Hello, welcome to the Spotlight series with MediaCom. In each of these videos, we will be shining a light on one of our clients' recent amazing work during the coronavirus pandemic. We'll be talking about the genesis of the campaign and delving a little deeper into how their brand and our industry has had to adapt since the crisis began. I'm Sue Unerman, Chief Transformation Officer at MediaCom, and with me today is Lloyd Page, Marketing Director, MoneySuperMarket. Hi, Lloyd.
Hello, Sue. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. So, what are the biggest challenges that your business and your brand has faced during the pandemic? Let's kick off with an easy question, Lloyd.
Yeah. Well, I guess going back to March, we closely track the levels of financial anxiety our customers are feeling, and it's the very foundation that our relatively new brand idea and promise to customers of getting them money calm is based on. And what we saw back in March was that the scale of that financial anxiety just has literally gone to levels that obviously we hadn't seen before. So whereas previously people were worried about how they were kind of saving up for the things that they would like, that really just transformed into top level worries of jobs and income security. So really that was probably the number one challenge, the scale of that financial anxiety that our customers are really feeling.
So you decided to do something about it with a campaign?
Well, we did. We had a new brand campaign that was planned to launch the weekend before the Prime Minister announced the official lockdown.
Wow.
So we just felt in that moment that it wasn't the right moment in terms of people's motivations and minds to launch a new campaign, and so we took the decision in the middle of that week leading up to it to pause the campaign that we had. Mm-hmm. So as you would know well, that sparked a whole flurry of work for teams at MediaCom and an engine, our creative agency, and obviously internally at MoneySuperMarket as well. And so we a lot of hard work with lots of media owners, and very thankful for the flexibility that they've shown to pause that campaign and sort of replan that to a more suitable moment. And yes, we pivoted because we're very lucky that our business exists to help people get more financially calm and make more of their money. So we knew we still had a great purpose. We just had to find a new way to deliver that to our customers.
And so, do you want to talk to me a bit about what you produced and how that pivoting worked? Because it's a small word, but an enormous amount of work.
Yeah. It evolved a lot. It evolved a whole business effort, really. A lot of work with our provider panel across all of our verticals of insurance, money and home services to ensure we had a strong and compelling and trusted offer for customers. From a campaigns point of view, we had to relook at how we could best deliver the best message that would really meet the needs of customers. So as I mentioned, the scale of that financial anxiety meant that for many people, getting money calm sort of quite an ask, and we were just seeing that there was an opportunity to sort of break that up a little bit and sort of into bite-sized chunks and offer people who are in very different financial circumstances across our customer base different ways that we can help them make more of their money. So we created a campaign that was kind of called the Small Steps campaign, and how people could take small steps towards money calm, and that was 2 to 3 weeks in production through to going live. Mm-hmm. So a Herculean effort from the marketing team and many inside the business, and obviously agencies as well. A Herculean effort in terms of the way we had to work together to produce.
I was going to say, this was full lockdown at this point, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So how did you even produce the work?
Yeah, well, firstly, it would be remiss to not acknowledge the MoneySuperMarket business and everyone within that business has done, I think, a remarkable job on taking the plan that was sort of into a remote working world and continuing to find ways in amongst childcare and and all sorts of circumstances that were thrown at us to really continue to sort of deliver as much as that as we humanly could. And so I think as a business we've adapted quite well. And I have to call out my marketing team as well. My marketing team as well. I'm really just so impressed with how everyone's adapted, and we've had to add to that plan. So this brand campaign was a new thing to plan, so adding more in, and the way we work with the agencies. I mean, we have strong relationships in place, and fundamental principles remained around sort of engaging stakeholders at the right time. But yeah, we've had to be much more agile and utilising wonderful teams that we're on now, and the joys of that at times. And so yeah, we just adapt how we worked, but we tried to sort of retain the good principles of how you deliver great work, and sort of allow some time for creative development, probably not as much as the teams would have liked, and some time for media planning, but it was important to get our message out there to help people in this moment. And that's something I'm super proud of all the teams involved, that we managed to achieve by sort of early April.
Yeah, I mean, we are very proud to have been involved with it with you. And the small steps, those kind of pragmatic small steps, is what people needed to hear, right? It's kind of actual practical help rather than lofty announcements.
Yeah, I mean, we felt, the creating the communications was a key part of it. I mean, understanding the ways that we could help. So very quickly we were, alerting people to switching their energy. I mean, there was a huge opportunity for a large audience, particularly as we were using a lot more of it, all being at home. Switch and save meaningful amounts of money. Back then, at that point, I think it was average £280 that somebody could save. So we were straight out with that as our first message. Then there was we spotted an opportunity to remind people to check bank accounts for unused direct debits. It's about 25 billion, I think it is, a year that the UK wastes in that. So, very. I mean,
these are public service messages, right?
Well, certainly the message around the direct debits we just felt was why our brand is here to help people with financial anxiety, and so it felt like an important message that I felt quite strongly along with the team we really wanted to support and get out.
We're pleased with the response to the campaign from the consumer. How about internally?
So from an inside the business point of view, we're certainly pleased with our mixed portfolio, and still have our ability to still save a really meaningful amount of money for our customers, and that's really why we exist. So we're very pleased on that front. And I'm seeing the indicators we track, quite a significant rise in awareness of our advertising over the last month, which is great, because it really means our meaningful message is cutting through and really hopefully helping us out there right now.
So do you think this is going to change how you approach comms in the future?
That's definitely something that we've spent a lot of time talking about and adapting to. So tonally within our creative, I think that the campaign that we went out with when we were really right at the start of the lockdown, and just how uncertain things were and where people were in that space and emotions, how people were feeling. We made sure we sort of balanced that kind of entertaining, kind of cut through piece that MoneySuperMarket's quite famous for, with the sensitivity that we really wanted to reflect. And equally in the media, the media landscape, we've seen, you'll know far better than I, the significant increases in certain media channels and where people have gone to get their information. So we've adapted over these last 3 months, and that will continue to be a focus for us as we seek to find the right ways across the marketing mix to reach our customers. So we definitely will retain that focus moving forward.
What about the speed of turning stuff around? That's something that's a kind of that speed and flexibility, both through the media owners and then in terms of production. That's quite a step change. I mean, things that would have been said to have been impossible suddenly have been possible, right? So what's your view about how much that's going to stick? I mean, I'm just asking you to speculate, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the ability to react is in sometimes the ability to plan to react. I think so. It's being as better prepared in advance perhaps is something that we've really learned and will take forward. I've always believed, I think, through my leaders and brands I've worked for, to sort of challenge the status quo, and if something was perhaps seen as impossible, is it, let's challenge that. Is there another way we could do it? So, I think we certainly demonstrated by doing some of those behaviours through this. So yeah, I think across those two pieces, that is something we will always try and do more moving forwards. Yeah.
Just finally, Lloyd, new campaigns that you had on pause have now broken. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So we've just launched our new creative vehicle, a new character that we're introducing to the world, and to help us communicate our message of getting money calm. So we've released the Money Calm Ball, and the invitation there is to get your bills under control with MoneySuperMarket, and be like the Money Calm Ball to get money calm. So we're hoping that we strike the right balance in terms of entertaining to kind of deliver the message, but we still have that really meaningful message. And when you come through from our advertising to our sites, we've got opportunities in a way that we can help people with their financial anxiety and make more of their money. So yeah, thank you. We're out there now, and we're hoping for a good result in terms of continuing to help customers get money calm.
Much needed, because we all have to be careful about our money at the moment. Have a brilliant day. Thank you so much.
Lovely to see you. You too.
A bull in a china shop? He should be going berserk. But he's not. He's calmer than a banana.
You want nothing!
Not a flicker of anxiety.
I think you're having trouble with yourself.
Why is he so calm, you ask? His bills are under control with MoneySuperMarket. So, be like the Money Calm Bull. Get money calm. MoneySuperMarket.